Hello everyone. I'm here with a really fun little idea, and Elena's been doing these and I just wanted to make maybe a more detailed video on how to make them, but they are just really fun. It's a fun little pull-out journal that's a hidden journaling card. So I am just going to show you how to do that. Now, the supplies I'm using are from the March 2026 subscription kit. So if you want that, I can post down below where to get that, or you can make these with literally anything you have. And there's so many fun variations and creative ways that you can make them all a little bit different. So here's this one. I'll just put that out for a sample. And we're going to just make one of these. Super easy, super quick, and a lot of fun. So what you need to do is you need to find any piece of ephemera or a tag or whatever you want to be what you're gonna pull out. So this is 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. So I cut a strip of paper 1 inch bigger. So it's 3.5 inches wide. And now I'm going to cut out of this 2 squares, so 3.5 by 3.5, and I'm going to do 2 because we need one for the front and we need one for the back. And my blade's getting a little dull, so I get some fuzzies on my paper, so don't mind me. I need to get my new blade on. All right, so now you have the 2 squares, and you need to decide what you want on the front and what you want on the back. And I think, let me look at my sample, because I really want this green to stand out. So I think I'm going to make my green square the little square. So I'm going to do mine like the writing on the big square, and then I'm going to make a smaller square. I'm going to go back to the, oh, you can make it whatever you want. It looks like I did it probably 3 by 3 on the other one. So let's do that. So I made it a 1/2 inch smaller. 3 by 3. And this is awesome because then if you want to do like a faux washi, you can just flip that little leftover piece right over and it will fit right there. You can see that right here. All right, so now we have our pieces cut for this. Another fun thing, excuse me, on this one I made using a giant label punch, but I recognize that not everybody has a label punch, so I want to give you another option. You could do a whale tail punch or any label punch or any faux label that you have, whatever, or you can just do a rectangle and just kind of make it whatever size you want. You can make it a smaller one. You can make it a larger one. I think I'm going to go with the larger, and then just round out these corners. There's lots of different ways you can do that. You can just do that by hand. You can leave it a square, but that'll give you a fun like file folder label look, but without having to do have the punches in case you don't have them, because they can get pricey. Now I just have to decide. Oh, it looks like I decided for me. It's going to be green because I did my wording upside down, or I could just punch it again, I suppose, but this will be fine. Now you'll notice on this one, I did a little reinforcer, and how I did that is I just used my smallest hole punch that I have and popped that right out. And I just used almost that entire strip. This is the only thing left from that strip. So that's pretty cool. And then I can put that on here if I want to do that same effect. I'm just kind of showing you what I did so you can duplicate it. All right. And of course you can do anything else you want to. So I'm going to put that on, try to center it. I'm eyeballing that. And I'm gonna let that dry while I prep this other stuff. So I'm gonna ink my faux washi, my little strip of paper here. And I'm going to go ahead and punch out all of these corners. I just think it gives it a nice finished look. Completely optional. I just think it's fun. And this is a pretty awesome punch. It can usually handle 2. I guess I should say all of these are double-side printed cardstock. So usually when I print my kits, I'll pick like 5 of the pages that I really love or think I will use the most. And then I pick a great contrasting paper to print on the back. So let me just show you. This one, for example, I had this on one side, and then maybe you can see that floral. It's this right here on the other side. So that was just what I picked for that particular card. And then I'll print maybe like 5 or 6 of those, so I just have them handy for when something like this kind of project comes to the surface and I want to try it. Gotta do the green side on this one. I think it's time for a new ink and a new inker, you guys, or at least a new little pad for it. There's a sweet spot on these, isn't there? Right when you start, they kind of drive me crazy, and then they get too worn out and drive me crazy again. You gotta find the sweet spot. And I mean, you could have so much fun because these don't have to be squares if you're doing it with a piece of ephemera, for example. Like, let me grab a sample here. All right, say I wanted to turn that into the inside piece. I would just add 1 inch to each direction when I'm measuring. You don't have to do a full inch, but I don't like to have to squeeze it into the opening. So I went ahead and did that. Oh, that's cute too. Oh my heck, you guys, that's so cute. It's okay, we're not making that. We're making hidden journaling. All right, now you can start kind of gluing everything together. So, that is just the colors on this. I love it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this down. I'm just kind of mimicking the example over here. And then I did this. Put down my tab. And it's up to you how high or how low you want that. Maybe a touch higher because I am gonna put an eyelet. And then I can glue on this. There we go. I'm just eyeballing that, kind of centering it. Okay, so far so good. Nothing too tricky here. I'm gonna ink my little sign. You gotta look at this fun little fussy. Isn't that fun? And the details on this, I just love. Ugh. I might have to print some more of these so I can make some fun layered tags or something. Layered journaling cards. All right, because I just really, like, everything in me is screaming, just glue that on. But we're not doing that. All right, so here's the part that's different. You have your front, you have your back, and you can pick if you want this on the out or that on the out. Either way. This is something I would, like, stick into a pocket. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a small bead of glue around all the sides. So that's what's kind of different about this, because we're used to creating little tuck spots by gluing 3 sides But this time we're gluing all 4, and you do want to take your time and get close to those edges. I know it's hard. All right, now we have to try to line these babies up, which is a little trickier because you got glue on 4 sides, so you don't have anything to really hold on to. All right, there we go. Okay, I don't know what is in my throat this morning. I apologize. All right, now we need to put this on, and we can pick where we want it. I just kind of like the center look. We're doing the center. Right about there. And where did my evidence go? There it is. Just a fun little number, maybe some lace would be cute. Just do your thing. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put an eyelet in here. Actually, I'm gonna show you the trick before I do the eyelet, so the eyelet doesn't get in the way of me cutting this. All right, so I don't wanna cut my tab. I'm gonna come over from my tab, and I'm gonna cut a strip. So let me show you on the prototype. All right, so see, I cut in, it's about 1/2 inch. It's gonna depend on the size of your ephemera that you're putting in there. It could be very different. So for me, I'm not even gonna measure. I'm just gonna make sure that I have enough space to put this in and that I'm not gonna hit my tab. And then I'm gonna just kind of go for it. Is that enough? I think I want a hair more. There we go. Now it was good before, it had plenty. All right, now I don't want frayed edges, so I'm hoping that my cutter will get through this for me. There we go. Yay, it did great. All right, so that one I actually made a little skinnier. No, it'll be fine. There's plenty of room in there. Turns out you don't need much. You just need to be able to fit this in here and get a little bead of glue. All right, so that's going in. You don't want to ink it because you want it to be more invisible. So I find the easiest way to glue these is to put the glue directly into here rather than on the card, just because then you start getting glue on the outside when you squeeze that card into place. All right, and you want to center it and put that in. And now you have some journaling on the back, and you can just slide that in to your little secret pocket. Ta-da! It's pretty much invisible. You can see it at some angles, but it's awesome. All right, quick little eyelet, just to show you how I did mine. I'm eyeballing that. I eyeballed it really good. That is not good. It's fine. And plop that baby in there. You could do a fun little charm. You could just leave it like this because I think that's a really fun look too. On mine, I added a scrap of washi. There's the other half of it right here. Ah, there we go. So really, lots of fun options. You can do this with any shape or size, and I mean, get creative. You could use circle ephemera, which would be kind of cool to pull out, and still do it in a square piece of hidden journaling, which would be awesome. You could do it with a tag that you pull out. Having a hard time tightening that. It's okay. All right. Anyways, so there are 2 that really took 15 minutes, and I took my time explaining. So really, it's a quick, fun little hidden journaling. So I hope you'll give it a try, and I hope you love this. And go ahead and check down below for any links if you want to buy this particular kit. If not, use whatever you've got and go for it. So anyway, happy crafting and have a beautiful, wonderful, awesome day, and we will talk to you later. Bye.